All right, this is Officer John from the YouTube channel Midwest Safety, and Officer John clearly has the thin blue line blinders on because he can't even offer up legitimate logical critique of these police officers in this video entitled Karen Takes Down Officer Before Backup Arrives. And a lot of people are complaining in the comment section that this is clickbait, which indeed it is, because the Karen does not take down the police officer, and when backup arrives, it's pretty pathetic. Let's take a look at this.
So what's going on?
This lady right here in number 10, that woman owes me from the last week of February. She hasn't paid anything at all since then. And
Heather, come here.
What?
Come here.
I didn't do anything.
I'm going to talk to you about what's going on. Let me ask you a question.
What?
What's your middle name?
Why?
I'm not going to play these games. What's your middle name?
Marie?
And what is your social?
I don't know. Hold on. Wait, I'm not doing anything.
What is your social?
I told her I was leaving.
That's not my point. I'm checking also.
Telling a cop your social, a cop asking for your social, isn't this a little beyond the pale, Officer John?
Anybody that has warrants.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you right now, what
I
is your
don't have
social?
any.
What's your social? I've got your picture up there, so I'm going to see how often,
Okay.
how long it's going to take you to tell me the truth.
I don't lie.
Okay, what's your social?
Hold on 1 second, please.
Put your phone away. Put your hands behind your back.
I haven't done anything.
I'm going to tell you right
I
now.
haven't done anything, please.
Heather, don't make this worse on you.
I haven't done anything to get arrested.
Stay right here. Don't
I'm
be walking
leaving.
away from me.
I
Sit
told her
down,
I was
sit
going
down
to
in the
get the
chair.
rent.
Sit down in the chair.
Oh, I will. Hold on, please.
Stop. Heather,
I'm not doing
stop.
anything, sir.
Stop right
I
here.
haven't done anything.
Stay right there.
There's
Talk.
no reason to talk to me like that. All I did was explain to her that I give somebody the rent
I'm
money
not worried
last
about
night.
that. I'm talking.
Okay.
All right.
I'm trying to call my dad.
Stay right
I
here.
haven't done anything, sir.
Stay right. One more time.
I
One
haven't
more
done
time.
anything.
Until I get what I'm looking for, which is I'm investigating what's going on.
What is your
I've got a possible warrant on you.
I don't have a warrant, sir.
Heather,
What? I haven't done
No,
anything to be
no.
under arrest. Sir,
I'm going to tell you right now.
All right, so he goes hands-on for what reason? Hey, Officer John, did he articulate a crime that he thought she committed or was committing or was about to commit? Nope, none of that. So when you can't articulate a crime that you think this person is involved in, it's not a legitimate arrest. It's not lawful, Officer John. But there's no criticism from Officer John at the end of the video. Check this out.
Check.
I haven't done anything.
Still.
I haven't done anything.
And you just hold on.
Okay, it's all over the news. Everybody sees everything. Let me go,
44
please.
dispatch has.
You're hurting me.
Do we have a hard copy
No,
yet?
you don't, sir. Yet. What do you mean yet? I didn't do anything.
I've been trying to talk to you.
Okay,
You keep
this
on
is
walking
assault.
away.
I haven't done anything. Please,
Stand
sir.
still.
Okay, you're hurting my arm. I haven't done anything. Please, sir.
Okay, that's what you have a confirmed hard
No,
copy.
I don't. Help me! I haven't done anything!
You got a
He was saying that you have a confirmed hard copy of a warrant, and I think the warrant was supposedly failure to appear.
Me!
You have a warrant.
No, I don't! For what? Help! Oh my God, my dad! Please stop! Stop! You're hurting me!
You stop.
And originally, when he put his hands on her, right before he put his hands on her, he wasn't telling her what crime he thought she committed, which he gave him no right to detain her.
Don't! Help! Help! Stop it, please!
Give me
Are
your
you
hand.
the real cops?
Give me.
No, I'm asking a question. Please, I have been hurt before. This is
Dispatch, my
over
body cam
rent.
dropped.
This is over rent. Please don't do this. Please don't do this. Help! Please.
You're making this worse.
Somebody with the real cops, please. Please, sir. I haven't done anything. Help! I'm the wrong person.
Get on your stomach, Heather.
Can we talk for a minute? You're hurting me.
As soon as I grabbed your hand to put you in cuffs, you started fighting with me. It's on my body cam.
You're hurting me. That's
over
my
your
fucking arm.
Roll up on your stomach.
Can you tell me what the warrant is for?
As soon as I get you cuffed and in my
I
car.
haven't done anything.
Let go of
You're
your
breaking
arm.
my arm.
Let go of your arm and roll over on your stomach.
He's still not telling her what she's being arrested for. We got a hard copy of a warrant. Yeah, a warrant for what? See, it'd be easy for you to articulate, officer, but you're not doing it. Why is that?
Oh, help!
Which room was she in?
She was a 10.
Is there anyone else in there? Is there anyone in that room?
No, there's no drugs in there.
Ma'am, unlock the door and step aside, okay?
There you go, Officer John. What do you call that? What do you call a cop going into somebody's house in violation of the Fourth Amendment with no warrant? What do you call that, Officer John? Don't we have a right here in America to be secure in our persons, houses, papers, and effects? This officer's asking this woman for her Social Security and walking into her abode without a warrant. No criticism from Officer John. This is domestic.
Is that clear?
This is domestic terrorism right here. These aren't real cops. This is domestic terrorism. These are domestic terrorists.
Clear. Room's clear.
Sit down.
I'm gonna sit in the chair.
No, you're not. You're gonna sit right there.
Come on, he told me I could get up.
No.
Police brutality.
That is a lawsuit right there. That this cop, this former cop, Officer John, does not understand that this is a violation of basic constitutionally protected rights is ridiculous.
Do anything?
Listen,
Yes, sir.
I'm Sergeant Duvall, and this ends right now.
I haven't done anything.
Well, from what I'm hearing on the radio, you yelling and screaming.
Let's watch Sergeant Duvall at work. Let's see if he has any de-escalation skills.
Listen to me. You're going to have to knock it off till we find out what's going on here.
Okay, sir.
Step over here.
Well, look, thank you, ma'am.
Are you going to stay calm?
Yes, I was. I promise. No, I don't.
Well, I'll see what's going on here, but let me tell you right now, if I got to get dirty and fight with you, you're not going to like it.
I don't want to fight. I asked him not to. All I did was I walked out the door. I didn't even know who he was or what he was here for. I had just called them and told him I was going to go up the road, borrow the money, because I gave it to somebody last night that looked like him.
Okay, well, that's regardless. Let me talk to my guy here.
Against the real cops.
You all right? Yeah, bloody nose.
Against the real cops.
Okay, there. I'm in uniform and you're going to ask that question?
She asked me the whole time.
And I didn't do anything. All I did was try to walk away.
That's a badge, okay? I don't dress like this for Halloween. I look at one of my guys bleed.
You might as well dress like that for Halloween because you guys are spooks in your jokes.
From the mouth, what am I supposed to expect
That's
right
them.
now?
I didn't do nothing to them.
You caused it.
No, I didn't. No, I don't.
Donnie, let me see.
That's not her causing anything. That's her trying to ward off an attacker, Officer John. He's the one who's putting this together. He's the one who's putting the words on the screen. Amazing. Amazing that people don't see this. Just because the person who assaulted you is wearing a uniform and a badge and a utility belt doesn't make it less of an assault.
Was she punching him out?
Yeah. Another basic constitutional right you have the right to defend yourself. If you don't have the right to defend yourself, you don't have rights. If you don't have a right to be secure in your person's houses, papers, and effects, you don't have a right.
I think it was just a bloody nose from wrestling with her.
Dispatch, roll a squad here for 44's injuries, and we'll check her out. 44's got some facial injury.
Can you listen? He's got my hands are numb.
You gonna knock it off?
Yes, sir. I swear to God, I wasn't fighting him. I was scared. I have problems, okay? I have schizophrenia and stuff like that, and
You'll see a lot of times he'll go back to the flashbacks when she says, I wasn't fighting him. She was trying to ward off an attacker. He was fighting with her. He went hands-on with her first. And it was illegitimate. It was unlawful. It was unconstitutional.
I think the cops aren't the cops sometimes, and I just get scared. But I did my time and got released the last time.
There's a warrant for you.
My hand's numb. Can you
We're
tell
gonna
me
take
what it's
care
for?
Will you shut up for a minute and we'll deal with all this?
7721.
You're being uncooperative. One of my guys got injured. Shut up.
I need
Shut
an
up and
ambulance.
listen.
I'm having chest pains. I have heart problems.
She's saying she's having chest pains now. Send a squad here, check her out.
Please.
You got anything on you?
Duvall cannot control his temper. He has a profound inability to de-escalate anything.
All right, don't. This is really hurting me, and it's cutting my circulation off. I don't have anything. My cigarettes, that's it.
Check that pocket over there.
You don't have anything? You don't have a knife in this pocket right here?
Well, I didn't know what you meant. I thought you meant drugs. I'm sorry.
I said anything.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize. I would have told you. I'm sorry. I'm a female. I was walking by myself. I usually carry one. Can you please tell me what the warrant's for? Because I didn't do anything.
Oh, go figure.
Imagine that.
What is it?
Resisting arrest. That's what the warrant's for.
For what? I don't have a resisting. I already did my jail time on that.
Pay all your fines? Did you do everything you were supposed to with probation?
Yes, I don't have probation.
Well, obviously they issued a warrant for something out of
They
it.
shouldn't have.
The cop just lied then. Oh, imagine that. It was a warrant for resisting arrest. And now he's saying they issued a warrant for something. At the very end of the video, we're going to find out they issued a warrant for failure to appear, not resisting arrest. So the cop is just lying, of course, because that's what cops do. That's what they're trained to do. That's what their profession is.
What they should and should not do is not for me to question. Go ahead and fix her handcuffs.
I need to go to the hospital, please.
Just hold this hand because I'm going to have to loosen it.
Right now is where you be quiet. Squad's going to check you out. You get to go figure your warrant out, okay?
Well, good thing is, even though this fell off, it was still rolling. Right, man? Yeah, I think it was just, I either probably bumped myself. A picture of his injuries.
Why are there so many cops? I wasn't fighting him. He's the one that hurt me.
No more questions. What did he just tell you? No more questions. We're done. Let the squad come. They'll check you out. We'll go from there. Right now is your time to breathe in your nose, out your mouth, and let it go.
Can you tell me when the resisting's for?
You're done. Stop
I know. I have a right to know about the warrant,
Once we get that information, we give it to you. We ask the questions. You don't. You're done. Okay? Now we get the squad en route. Let it go.
So now she's confused because she was just told that the warrant is for resisting arrest. She's asking what it was resisting for what? And then we find out at the end of the video, it's not for resisting arrest. These cops are just freaking liars.
Okay. No more questions.
I understand, but you didn't see what happened though, Deb, right?
I want you to stop talking.
So what happened?
I was over there. These two were walking towards me, and they were just talking about how she owed money. Not a big deal. So she actually came out of room 10 just because they were talking to me. And I said, Heather, hang tight right there. I said, I want to talk to you. And she, for what? What's this about? Just started 30,000 questions. And I said, Heather, stay right here. I want to talk to you. And then eventually she started getting on the phone. And I said, watch your head. Just hang tight. So she gets on the phone. Well, this one, this. I said, Heather, stay right here. I don't know, 5 or 6 times I told her. I said, stay right here. I want to talk to you. Finally, we made it to right here. I said, stand right here. And I'm screaming at her. Wouldn't listen. I'm trying to get the hard copy verification. So she starts walking away more, and I grabbed her arm. I said, hang tight right here. And then I started getting upset, and I said, you know what? I'm putting you in cuffs. She goes, for what? Next thing you know, 30,000 questions again. That's when they came across and said there's a hard copy. I grabbed her hand. The fight was on. She's pulling around, twisting, and everything else. Put her up against that to try to get leverage. Then I put her up against the door because she's still fighting me. And then all of a sudden, I took her down to the ground and held her there. And then she still kept on going. So I held her at the ground until Dennis showed up.
And all of this was completely avoidable. If she truly did have a warrant, then they could come back with a search warrant and then go into her home with the search warrant without violating her Fourth Amendment rights. This cop had no right to go, these cops had no right to go into her home, and he was way out of bounds asking her for her social security number.
Like they get a nose buster.
I don't remember getting hit. I honestly think it was just the adrenaline going, and I gotta go check your blood pressure and all that. Yeah, I honestly think it was the air, how it's been hot and cold, hot and cold. My nose is the first thing that starts to dry, and I get those. But honestly, I just think that that's what it is.
I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to be. I wasn't doing anything, I swear.
Well, you were pretty damn successful for not trying.
I like you guys. I like cops.
Then why'd you fight him?
I didn't, sir.
You created what happened here. So instead of stopping and being reasonable with the deputy here, then you got
victim blaming. You created what happened here. The reason you are down on the ground is because you did that to yourself.
Stupid.
No,
and
I
it turned
didn't.
into that.
All I did was go to walk away. No, I don't. I didn't know what he was here for.
You wouldn't comply with him because you should have stopped and talked to him. Instead, you didn't comply.
Actually, she was trying to walk away, and the cop wouldn't let her walk away, and the cop wasn't telling her what her crime was.
With him, and then it's a fight.
Can you please just tell me if it's an old warrant? Like, what date is it for? Because I
don't have it here with me. When we get you to jail, you get the copy of it. As of right now, there is a hard copy, an actual paper warrant at our place.
I don't know what that means.
Paper. What you write on, okay? The actual warrant. The actual warrant itself at our office.
Can I see it, like, before I go? Like, you should have that?
No. Because we got called here on you. If
I don't understand why.
If you'd shut up and listen, let me talk.
I haven't been rude.
This guy is the commanding officer of these other cops. No stream, guys, can rise higher than its source. This sergeant right here is pathetic.
I don't know why you're screaming.
You fought one of my guys.
I didn't fight him. He was over forceful, I swear. I did not do nothing.
Stick to that story. Stick to that story, okay? All right, let's get her in the squad.
Stand up.
Can somebody call my dad or my kids or somebody and let them know what's
going on? You will get that opportunity once you get to the jail after you leave the hospital because you wanted to go to the hospital.
Now, this isn't police brutality. It's clearly resisting arrest. What's going on, guys? I'm John, and I sincerely...
This isn't police brutality. It's clearly resisting arrest. An unlawful arrest. The guy wasn't even telling her why she was being detained initially. And then when his band of thin blue line misfits show up, they all pile into her house without a warrant, John.
Appreciate you watching. Now, I've had many situations when I had to arrest people, and I can honestly tell you that I've never committed any type of police brutality. And with that being said...
I absolutely do not believe this cop. If this cop is not willing to see what's in front of his face in this video right here, and then putting a stupid clickbait title, Karen takes down officer, the guy's body camera fell off. The Karen did not take the officer down, John. You're being dishonest.
I've seen and been involved in many situations where suspects resisted arrest. Resisting arrest is the crime of preventing or hindering an arrest, also referred to resisting an officer.
Yeah, what kind of arrest? A lawful arrest. So what if it's an unlawful arrest? What if it's an unconstitutional arrest? Do you have a right to stand your ground, John, like the Second Amendment says? Do you have the right as an American citizen to resist a false arrest?
Sometimes merely as resisting or obstructing. Now, I remember responding to a simple call of an accident. I pull up and two people are arguing over who's at fault. And one driver is clearly more aggressive and screaming obscenities at the other driver. Out of nowhere, he goes and pushes the driver. When the driver falls to the ground, the male continues to go towards the male on the ground. So at this point, I go to grab the male and he pulls away and pushes my arm.
This is apples and oranges, John. You were actually intervening with a guy who's about to hurt another dude. You can rightly intervene, and you don't have to have a badge on your chest to do it. Anybody can do that. Any American can intervene if they think one person is going to do harm to another person. That's not the issue with this case in this video that we just saw. There was nobody in any, there's no imminent harm that was going to come to anybody by this person you call a Karen, John. It's completely different, apples and oranges. He's trying to get his butt out of a sling by telling a story that doesn't align at all with the story we just saw in the video we just saw.
He should get one cuff on, but he's pushing and pulling and trying to prevent me from getting the other cuff on. Now, I eventually get the other cuff on, and he gets arrested for simple assault of the other driver and resisting arrest. Now, to be honest, on a lot of these occasions, resisting arrest may not stick in court. And on this case, it didn't. It got knocked down to disorderly conduct. It happens sometimes. And the woman in the...
Oh, it didn't? How come? Maybe it was an unlawful detainment and an unlawful arrest, and maybe they dropped it because they're like, oh no, they also broke into her house in an unwelcome fashion without a warrant. This Karen might stand to make a pretty big settlement here.
Cam video is being investigated for not paying her rent and was clearly told numerous times by the officer to remain still and that she has a warrant. Now, this woman actively resisted the officer by pulling away, and the officer's body cam even got knocked off because of her resisting. But just to be clear, she was clearly heard yelling police brutality. However, there was none in this video. Now, some situations...
There was no, according to John, there was no police brutality in this video. Do you agree with John?
Require a law enforcement official to use force. Federal and state law requires police officers to use only the necessary amount of force in any given situation, and that's what this officer did. Now, it's important to remember resisting arrest is a serious offense and often misunderstood. It's not just about refusing to comply. It can escalate situations dangerously, especially when someone resists. It can lead to increased force from law enforcement, putting everyone involved at risk. So
escalate situations dangerously. Oh, like every single police officer, including the sergeant, did when they showed up on the scene? This is just, it's unconscionable. You have the right to defend yourself. And if a cop is going to arrest you, it has to be a lawful arrest. It has to be a constitutional arrest. You got to let them know that you suspect that they have committed a crime and we got to detain you. And here's the crime we suspect you've committed. The cop had none of that. So that makes the entire thing unlawful. Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought police in the comment section below. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification icon. Give it a thumbs up. Share it with everybody you know. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. If you want to support the channel further, grab a shirt, become a channel member, but more importantly, understand what your rights are and be willing to stand for your rights, because if you don't stand for your rights, you are going to lose them. I will see you in the next video.